What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Your Average Gent. My name is Evan. First of all, very quickly, why do you want to be more interesting? Everybody likes to be around interesting people. They have better stories and you just don't feel bored when you are with them. It's that simple. Interesting people are likely to make more friends and interesting people are likely to get more dates. So in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys 3 ways to increase your interestingness. Is there such a word? Never mind, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna give you 3 ways to increase your interestingness from oh my gosh, he's so boring to a dang, this dude is interesting. So the first way to be more interesting is to acquire more knowledge. The more you know, the more you can talk about. As straightforward as that. That is why when you are little boys and little girls, your parents are the most interesting persons in the world because you can just learn so much from them every single day. So how to be more knowledgeable? This means reading more books, keeping up with the current affairs, take more courses, and find mentors. Just be a sponge and learn as much as you can from everyone around you. You also gotta strive to be the expert at what you do. Whether you are an engineer, doctor, salesperson, or entertainer. Be the master of your own craft. But you also have to be a little bit like jack of all trades. Now I know there's a negative connotation for jack of all trades. People telling you that you shouldn't be jack of all trades and you should just be the master of your own craft and just focus on one thing. Well, yes, I do agree that you should be the master of one craft, but if you want to be more interesting, you should also, on top of mastering your one craft, know a bit of everything and be well-rounded. Would you find a person interesting if all he knows and all he can talk about is how a rocket works? Of course, you can find a person interesting at first, but after a while. And this ties into my second point to be more interesting, and that is hobbies. Besides your expertise and what you do as a living, have hobbies. Have lots of hobbies. Most common hobbies include playing some sort of sports or playing some sorts of musical instruments, but it doesn't have to be. Your hobbies can be anything, like being a foodie, knowing all the best restaurants in your city. It can also be cooking, reading comics, watching movies, playing video games, just to name a few. The more hobbies you have, the more chances you will have to connect with people who may share the same hobby as you. So pick up more hobbies and try new things. And no, sleeping is not a hobby. I can't believe how many people, when I ask them, so what is your hobby? And then they say, sleeping. I love sleeping. And I'm just like, so what am I gonna say? Oh, interesting. So what kind of mattress or pillow do you like? Actually, that might turn into an interesting conversation, but no. Come on, please have more interesting hobbies. Alright, the third way to be more interesting is to have more experiences, especially traveling. The more experiences you have, the more stories, interesting stories you can tell. Again, as straightforward as that. I know this can be more expensive than the previous 2 ways that I talk about, especially when you're talking about traveling. My recommendation is that if you have saved enough money, travel. And in these days, you don't need a lot of money to travel anymore. An example would be backpacking. A lot of people have done that. You just have to do your research. Why I like to gain more experience through traveling is because the world is just so great. You will gain so much when you are traveling. You will meet so many great people and you will learn so much about the different cultures and how people from different parts of the world thinks and behaves. It really puts you in perspective, and most importantly, it humbles you and reminds you that the world is so big and you are so small, and that you can never fully learn everything the world has to offer. There will always be things for you to learn and to explore. It is just fascinating. However, I know not everyone has the means to travel, especially if you have school or if you have work or if you have people that you need to take care of, or you simply don't have the financial means to travel. But this doesn't mean that you can't get more experiences. What you can do is to be more open about outings and event invitations. Next time when your friend invites you to a party or an event, even if you're not very close to him or her, attend anyways. The worst case, if you don't enjoy it, just excuse yourself and leave. But if you do enjoy, you will end up creating some amazing experiences for yourself. So just do something fun every week. And next time when people ask you, so how's your week? It won't be the usual boring answer, oh, nothing much, just work. Instead, you will say, oh, I met up with my friends and we played tennis. It's so amazing. It's been so long since I last played tennis. Or you would say, oh, I went to this restaurant. The food is so great. Oh, you definitely have to check it out. Or you might even say, oh, I went to this restaurant and the food is just horrible. You have no idea. You should never ever eat at this restaurant. Bad experiences sometimes make a good story too. So there you go, 3 ways to become more interesting by gaining more knowledge, having more hobbies, and just experience. If you do these 3 things, not only you will become more interesting, you'll also become more confident, which is what we all want, isn't it? Now, before you leave, if you have watched all the way to this point, I want to give you a bonus tip. So for you to sound more interesting when telling stories, be passionate and excited when you are speaking. When you are being passionate and excited, it sparks more interest. And people will be like, why do you sound so excited? The story must be very interesting. Imagine if I talk to you like this. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Your Average Gents. My name is Evan, and in today's video, I'm gonna talk about how to be more interesting. Versus, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to Your Average Gents. My name is Evan. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about how to be more interesting. See the difference? Thanks for watching. That is it for this week's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button below. And as always, I will see you guys next week.